All right, we are on video 2. We're still on topic 6, lesson 1. We are on page 3 of your digital notebook. The first question: in ancient times, which two continents were the early Greeks spread out on? You'll find this answer on page 221 in your textbook, or it'll be in this blue highlighted paragraph we are about to listen to.
How did geography shape the Greek world? In ancient times, there was no country called Greece. Instead, there were communities of Greek speakers scattered across the islands and coasts of the Mediterranean Sea. This early Greek world lay on the fringe of two continents, Europe and Asia. Travelers and traders passed through the region exchanging goods, ideas, and customs.
All right, again, in ancient times, which two continents were the early Greeks spread out on? You'll find the answer in this blue highlighted paragraph. Next question, you'll find in this green highlighted paragraph. Where was the fertile land located? Let's go ahead and start listening.
Where is Greece? Modern Greece occupies a large peninsula that juts into the Mediterranean Sea. A peninsula is a land area surrounded by water on three sides. A number of other peninsulas also extend from the peninsula of mainland Greece. The largest of them, in southern Greece, is called the Peloponnesian Peninsula. About 2000 BCE, Greek-speaking peoples entered these lands from the north. They settled on mainland Greece. A mainland is an area of land that is part of a continent. Greek speakers also settled on the islands of the Aegean Sea. Mainland Greece is divided by mountain ranges. Between these ranges lie narrow valleys and small plains. The mountains were good for grazing sheep and goats, but they were too steep and rocky for farming. Less than 1/4 of the land could be used to grow crops. The only fertile land was in the lowland valleys and plains. Here, people settled in farming communities. The mountains isolated these lowland communities, so a fiercely independent spirit developed among the Greeks. They never attempted to unite under a single government. In fact, Greek cities were often at war with one another.
Number 2, where was the fertile land located? You'll find that answer in this green highlighted paragraph. Let's move on to page 4 in our digital notebook. The first question, we'll just do this one paragraph, just wanted to check. Since the Greeks were surrounded by mountain ranges, they became skilled at what two things? You'll find the answer in this pink highlighted paragraph.
Surrounded by the sea. Although mountain ranges isolated communities, the sea brought contact with the wider world. The Greeks became skillful sailors and merchants. Greek fishing and trading ships crisscrossed the waters of the Mediterranean Sea to the south, the Aegean Sea to the east, and the Ionian Sea to the west. This led to contact with the older, more complex cultures of North Africa and Asia.
Number 3, since the Greeks were surrounded by mountain ranges, they became skilled at what two things? You will find those answers in this pink highlighted paragraph. Lastly, let's look at this mastery check question. Which feature of Greece's geography explains the ancient Greeks' need for trade? This is kind of a tricky one. So you'll find the answer in this yellow circled paragraph. Let's listen.
A Mediterranean climate. Greece has a Mediterranean climate with mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers. The lack of rain made it difficult to grow shallow-rooted crops such as grains, which need frequent watering. So the mainland Greeks were always searching for foreign sources of grain. On the other hand, the Mediterranean climate was ideal for growing deep-rooted plants such as olive trees and grapevines. Olive oil and wine became important trade goods and brought in wealth.
All right, again, I changed up this question a little bit to make it maybe a little bit easier because I didn't like how it was worded. So which feature of Greece's climate explains, let's put that back in there, explains the ancient Greeks' need for trade? So what climate explained the ancient Greeks' need for trade? So why may they have had to trade? What climate made them trade? Because maybe they couldn't grow their own stuff. They couldn't grow their own vegetables. So hopefully that helps. So go ahead and get that answer. It's in this circled yellow paragraph.